In the past 2 years, I've went from working at the local Walmart and knowing very little about the world to now experiencing over 8 different countries, 6 of which being in Europe and 2 in North America. If there had to be 4 lessons I've learned through my experiences, this is what they would be. But stick around for number 4 because I bet it's something you've never considered before. First off, traveling and vacationing are 2 things. Yes, there is a difference. Traveling isn't exactly cheap, but vacationing is where things start to get expensive. When on vacation, you're more inclined to get the nice suite at the all-inclusive hotel on the beach in Mexico, where you'll be relaxing by the pool and enjoying some time off work. Whereas traveling, you're more so indulging in the culture, eating the Mexican street tacos, drinking coffee at the local cafe, really experiencing a different way of life. But keep in mind, this can become quite expensive too if you're booking excursions, in which I feel is kind of necessary depending on where you are and your previous experiences. So my first piece of advice would be, whether you're traveling or just booking a vacation, choose a place based on what you plan on doing. If you're looking to just relax and enjoy some much needed time off work, then maybe book a nice all-inclusive hotel for a week and just bathe in the warm waters and enjoy all of the drinks you want. But if you're trying to squeeze in 4 different European countries within the span of 2 weeks, be prepared for lots of walking, conversing with locals for directions, and lots of early mornings and late nights. Based on my previous videos, you can probably tell what kind of traveler I am, which is a perfect alley-oop to my next point being, prior preparation prevents piss poor performance. These 6 P's have been such a valuable lesson within my travels as well as my everyday life in general. A huge mistake I made in Italy was booking Airbnbs up to 3 miles away from the train stations. So once we got to each city, we had to walk up to 3 miles with 3 weeks worth of luggage. And back in 2021, Ubers were definitely not in my budget. Regardless, awkward situations like that are going to happen whether you like it or not, but in order to prevent them as much as possible, make sure to prepare for your trip before you leave. After that whole Italy extravaganza, Savannah and I started sitting down and booking all of our Airbnbs, train tickets from place to place, and actually building out a roadmap of our entire trip a few months before we leave. And as like a sub point, I would highly recommend booking your trip months in advance to ensure you get the best rates as well as the widest range of options possible. For trains, we like to use an app called Rome to Rio. For places to stay, we found that Airbnb is just the easiest option for quick travels. And Turo is great for car rentals, but keep in mind, most places don't require a vehicle unless you choose a bad Airbnb location. So keep that in mind. All in all, PPP. Seriously, you're gonna save yourself such a headache once you get there, and you're honestly gonna be proud of yourself for even being so prepared. Now, probably the most important lesson learned is budget. Before you set sail on your next destination, keep in mind of a daily budget. The last thing you want to happen is to find a super dope excursion but realize you can't go because you've been balling out on dinners and bottle service the entire trip. So whether it's $50 or $500, stay within the ballpark of how much will last you enough time to have fun and enjoy yourself but not stress you out for when you get back to work. A happy medium I've found is $100. Some days I only spend $50, but another day I might find a cool excursion and spend $150, but all in all, eventually evening me out back to my $100 a day. Also, depending on where you're visiting, $100 can go a super long way, or it can feel like you're living on the edge. For example, in Mexico, your average beer will cost you 40 pesos or $2 US. But in Germany, the average beer is about 7 euros, which will run you roughly $8 US. So keep this in mind when you're choosing destinations because your budget can change pretty drastically depending on where you're visiting. And for the moment you've all been waiting for, the single most important lesson I've learned through my years of traveling is just go. Don't let anyone tell you what you can or can't do in this life. If you have always dreamt of taking the gondola ride through Venice, Italy, then go. Plan your trip, whether it's a week in Venice or a tour of Italy. Then figure out how much it's going to cost, calculate a reasonable budget, and go. At the end of the day, we don't die with money. We die with experiences and the impacts we make on the people closest to us.